Well, guys, just got word a few minutes ago that this coming Friday is going to be Mike Goldberg's last gig as commentator for the UFC. Just like that, new ownership is screwing up the UFC. You know, when this sale thing went down, rumors of the sale were going down, and they were talking about UFC being up for bid and all that. I'm telling you, in my gut, I had the feeling that, man, this is not good. This is not going to be good, because while there are or were a few things that I weren't happy with, Cyborg not being in the UFC and all that being one thing, and how they slobbed over Rousey. I mean, there was some things that I didn't like, but for the most part, everything was fine. We got the fights we wanted. Everything was great. No problems. No real big problem for me. No complaint. And of course, the UFC indeed sold, and my bad feelings are coming true. They claim that they're going to reduce the number of events, which, as a fight fan, why would I want less fighting? I want more fighting. Keep building the sport, keep growing the sport, keep going to different countries. But they supposedly want to cut back on that. When it comes to the new TV deal, they're talking about they want whoever they partner with to do the production instead of their own in-house production. So that's going to change the way that we watch and view and listen to fights. As fine as it is, their production team does an outstanding job. Does not need to change at all. The presentation of the UFC does not need to change. They are just... They got rid of so many people behind the scenes. People that worked overseas and all these people that worked in various offices and had various roles. What they say, oh, well, WME, we already have our own people. We can get rid of those people and we put our own people in place. Well, those people don't have experience working in MMA. They don't have experience running a mixed martial arts company. You know? I mean, not saying they're not competent, but I mean, just look at what happened in pro wrestling with WCW and WWE. You know, WCW had a bunch of people that didn't know what they were doing, didn't know wrestling, and they went out of business. And now they're changing the commentary team. In my opinion, Mike Goldberg and Joe Rogan, they are like the Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse Ventura of MMA broadcasting. You know, when you look back at wrestling, you got those two doing the early WrestleManias, and it sounds special, you know, it's a special duo. And now I've always thought to myself, man, when these two stop doing commentary together, it's going to be a sad day. And that sad day is in 2 days. And it's ridiculous. Mike Goldberg, I love him. His signature calls, here we go. It is all over. Just like that. You know, I mean, I don't get enough of those calls, man. I think he's a credit to the sport. I know some people complain about him, but I think the guy's great myself. And they're getting rid of this guy, and for who? For what? I mean, imagine this. Imagine you're interested in a company, and you're willing to pay $4.2 billion for it. Take out these huge loans to buy this company, okay? If you're going to spend that much for a company, it must be damn good as it is, right? I mean, why would you want to change it? If it's worth $4.2 billion and it's that good, why change it? These guys are coming in and they just fucking everything up. They changing everything. And for what? The company was fine as it was. All they had to do was just assume ownership and let things go as they were. Let everybody stay in place. Let that well-oiled machine just keep running. But been making all these changes. They want to do this different, that different. And I'm telling you, man, what I'm seeing here in the beginning, it don't look good. It don't look good. Like the UFC going in the wrong direction. And remember this video. Remember I'm saying this. These guys, man, they are making mistakes. They are making mistakes. The way the people that work behind the scenes they got rid of the guy who's behind starting the Fight Pass. Got rid of that guy. You know. I mean, this is gonna change the way that the business is run. It's gonna change the way we listen to hear the fights with the things they're talking about doing. Less fights and all this. Man, WME is fucking up the UFC. They could be messing up the game. We're gonna have the great fighters and all that, but why change the presentation when it was worth so much for you to buy? Why change everything, you know? It's crazy. So, I want to tip my cap to Mike Goldberg. The guy's a hell of an announcer. I'm going to miss him. And I wish him well with whatever he does next. I'm going to support him. And I'm going to tweet this to him and let him know that I appreciate all his great calls over the years. I've been buying UFC pay-per-view since 2010. And never had a problem with this guy. He always enhanced my viewing experience. Love the guy. And damn shame that they're getting rid of this guy. Joe Silva's leaving. And Dave Charlotte, he's gone already. And I mean, it's crazy. The Fertittas, they did a great job. They pumped money into the company when things went wrong. They pumped money into it and kept it going. You know, if a main event fell out, they regrouped. They kept throwing the money on, kept advertising. I tell you, GSP would have fought last month in Canada. If Fertittas was still in place, GSP would have been on that card. I'm telling you, these new owners, man, they being cheap. They doing stupid shit. And I'm telling you, man, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. And you guys can let me know what you think about it. Again, Mike Goldberg, thanks for all the great calls. Thanks for all the great memories, man. And hopefully we'll get to see and hear you soon. Peace.